Hello. And a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. My name is Ben Moseby. It is Wednesday, middle of the week already. It is flying over and we've got a fantastic day lined up for you. A little bit later on tonight, we have got a quick fire craft vault for you live at 5, where you're going to have to be in to see the deals that we are bringing to you. Amazing deals. You'll be as quick as you can during that show because once they are gone, they are gone. That's all to look forward to. This show, we have got a brand new launch, and hopefully you got the memo that I didn't get, but we've swapped the days over. If you were thinking to yourself, oh, it's Wednesday, it's Sheena Wednesday. Nah. Sheena's coming in on Friday with her new launch, plus Friday Night Live. So what we've done is we've swapped in the launch that was supposed to be on Friday into today. So today, hence the t-shirt, we are all about Majestic unicorns. Yes, the new launch is here today. And in the words of the unicorn on my t-shirt, don't get too close, it's creased. Always be you. There you go, always be you. And if you can't be you, be unicorn. Yes, so we've got the launch of the unicorn collection, the Majestic unicorn. Craig is going to take us through all of that in just a few moments' time. I'll take you through the mathematics of it all, but basically there's a showstopper, there's the collection on its own, and you've also got a bonus buy with extra papers as well, but more on that to come. Just before we say hello to Craig as well, starting now and running through until the 1st of December, we have got double points on everything. So right across the shows, right across the website, make sure you take advantage of that. Top up your Club Inspire points, hopefully pop you up another level or keep that platinum status as we head into 2025. We've got a giveaway in this show as well, so the more you comment, the more chances you've got of winning a signed project by the man who's going to be providing all of the inspiration. It is, sorry, I'm laughing because I'm reliving the unicorn farm conversation that we had about 3 years ago where you and I were going to start a unicorn farm. But anyway, we might chat more about that in the show. The man bringing the inspiration, it's Mr. Craig Laird. How are you?
I am doing very well, thank you very much. Raring to go for this launch day, of course, exactly as Ben just said, moved it from Friday to today. So we've got demos galore, we've got Majestic unicorn demos galore. We're going to aim to get 4 fabulous ones done. And yes, by the end of it, one of you is going to win one of the cards that I'm going to make, Ben.
So lots of reasons to get in touch and say hello. I'll say a few hellos. I'll give you the deets and then we'll go through the collection with Craig. Radical Rachel is on the socials today, asking who is the back end of the unicorn today? Producer Johnny. Yeah, he's landed that job, unfortunately. Rachel Gillam is in. Reading out your name. Rachel Gillam says hello. Yes, I know she does. PB Brewer Martin is in, saying good morning to our 2 favourite unicorns presenting and demonstrating. Aww. The unicorn team at CC and all of the unicorns watching. If I'd have thought about it beforehand, I'm sure Daisy's still got some, like, you know, like the hair bands that you can wear.
Yeah.
She's got some unicorn ones. I should have brought those in and we could have been unicorns together.
We could have been, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We'd go one step further and we could have got a unicorn costume.
Yeah.
That would have been good, eh?
That would have been so much fun, wouldn't it?
I always think of these things like when it's too late.
Yeah.
When it's too late in the show.
This was like an afterthought as well, hence why it's so creased. I was literally heading out the door and I was like, oh, I've got a unicorn t-shirt. So if you're looking at me going, oh, Ben's a bit unkempt today, he's creased. That's the reason why. Hi to Melanie D, who says good morning from Florida. Diane Hatch is in. Stephanie Theodos. Hi to Jill Hutchins, rather, in North Carolina. And Sandy Borek, who says good morning, everyone. Sarah says good morning from Tennessee. And Kathy Green says good morning, Ben and Craig. Excited to see these beautiful unicorns. My granddaughters love unicorns. They're going to love this collection. Janice Watson says hello. Hi to Lynn, who says yes, I had to have this collection. And if we want our own unicorn, Rachel says just pin Craig down and glitter his beard.
There's a point. Now we get a little bit of an insight to Rachel's mind as to what she would love to do, wouldn't we?
Hey, pin him down, glitter his beard, spike his hair up as well into a horn. There you go. You got your own Scottish unicorn there. A national animal of Scotland, of course, the unicorn.
Absolutely, of course it is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
PB Brewer Martin says, what an awesome unicorn shirt, Ben. Thank you. Shall we show you the collection? The Showstopper bundle. It's incredible value for money, this, because normally when you think, big collectors, it's a nice sizable collection, this actually. Not necessarily the biggest one we've done, but I think a nice size, manageable, everything that you need for a brilliant price. £64 is the platinum price on this, or $92. So you'll get all of the hardware in there. You get all of your card stock. You've got your linen card, your 12x12, your 6x6, and your 8x8 vellum. That is all included. I'll let Craig take you through it all in just a second. You've also got your illusion film in there too. Double points with this, don't forget. And then if you go for the Showstopper, which the majority of people have done before the show, you then get your bonus buy. You guys know how this works by now. 9 times out of 10 we'll do you a bonus buy where you can get more of your consumables. So that is the 12x12, the 6x6, the linen card, and the vellum. Pop that into your basket again, this bundle and this price halves. So you get it all again for £18 or $24. Everything is available individually, so you can shop whatever your budget might be. You can pick up some amazing items from this collection. But just how amazing is it? Well, let's have a look with Craig. Let's delve into this and see what we're getting.
Let's do that, yeah, because what I love about this collection, it's not a huge big collection like you find with Big Sarah's signatures, but on the other hand, it's not a smaller collection like you find with the garden collection or the kitchen collection.
Yeah.
It's that nice in-between. It's not too cutesy, it's not too elaborate, you've just got that nice in-between feature, of course, of your unicorns. Now, what we have got here is we have got our rainbow. So we've got our rainbow die, we've got our stamps that work around the rainbow. You've got your clouds, your heart, and your star. That one's kind of like your cartoony rainbow that you've got. Then what we've also got, Ben, is we've got our sentiments. Follow your dreams. You are magical.
Aww.
Have a magical day. Be a unicorn in a field of horses.
Oh, I love that.
It's a nice one, isn't
Yeah.
it? We're going to use that in one of the demos. I believe in you. Happy birthday. And then you've got some clusters of stars and a heart. So you've got that stamp set. Then our first demo is going to be featuring this unicorn.
Wow.
See what I mean? Not too cutesy character. You've got that nice in-between that if you want to colour it for a youngster, you can do, but maybe an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old, you can absolutely use that, of course.
I feel like elements like this would work nicely with Sarah's Fairy Glade collection,
100%,
wouldn't it?
100%. You've got the florals in there. You've got the weave of the hair, of course. You've got that unicorn in there. Colour it whichever way you want. We'll be using tri-blends, but that's a die to go with it. So you've got the stamp, and then you've got your die. What we'll also be using within the show there, look at that Edgeable die. Isn't it exquisite? One of my demos we'll do on the edge, another one of the demos we'll do into a box lid. So this one on acetate, paper piece, really easy to paper piece this one. Pop the illusion film behind like we'll do in one demo, or do the vellum that we'll do in another demo here. So you've got that best of both worlds. It could be an elongated topper, or you've got the use of it on the edge of your card. Then what we've got is stamp and die. So that unicorn is a die. So that die cuts out the word unicorn. Embrace your inner unicorn. Sparkle like a unicorn. Born to be a unicorn. And unicorn at heart.
Aww.
So you've got that play in the words. So additional stamps, plus you've got that unicorn that is a die. Look at the embossing folder.
I love that.
4x6 3D embossing folder. This 100% shows you the different depths that you can get from a 3D embossing folder. I kind of lost count. I think there's about 5 different depths of there, different raised areas within that folder there. We're going to use that later with some water reactive inks. Then what we've got, not one, but 2 rolls of your illusion film here. So you've got one colour in that 2 rolls. Each of them are 2 meters in length. So you've got 4 meters of illusion film, and bring in all your other illusion film as well, Ben. Mix and match, cross them over, bring in from your Enchanted Dreams collection, bring in from, of course, the original illusion film collection. That's in there. Then we're going to go in with the vellums.
Oh, wow.
We've got the most beautiful vellums. You've got 24 in total, 6 designs, and then you're getting 4 of each. So let's come along here just with my white card, just to show you the sheets that you've got. Now these are going to complement your 8x8 bed. Now what you're going to see just shortly, when we come to the 6x6, the 6x6 is not the 8x8 shrunk down.
Okay.
And you'll see what I mean in a moment. So yes, these are going to complement the 6x6. You're probably not wanting to use them for the 6x6, and I'll show you why in a moment, but they will absolutely complement with the 12 by 12 as well. So the unicorns, the florals, the peaches, the pinks, the greens in there as well.
I love that one.
You've got the foliage, you've got all of these beautiful depths that you've got all the way around, whether it's framing your project, whether you're tearing with your project, whether you're die cutting, whether you're embossing, whether you're just going to pop that on a card. Remember all the ways that we've showed you how to hide the adhesive when you attach the vellums?
Yeah.
Such a great way to use them. So that's your vellum, 6 designs, 4 of each, giving you 24 in total. Then what we're going to be giving you is your linen cardstock. So this is 24 sheets, you've got 6 colours and you've got 4 of each. So you've got 100% bang on colours for that unicorn feel. You've got your mints, you've got your deep pinks, you've got your blue, you've got your yellow, you've got your peach, and then you've got your pink reds as well. That's in there, remember, 4 sheets of each colours. So all colours there are going to complement all of the vellums, but we're not finished there, because what we're also giving you is the 6 by 6. This is what I said about it doesn't match, i.e. design-wise, the 12 by 12. So it's not taking the 12 by 12 and shrunk down. What we've done is giving you full images of the unicorn.
Yeah.
24 sheets, you've got 12 designs and you've got 2 of each. Now if I open the first one, look at that.
Wowee.
How beautiful
That's amazing.
is that? So each one, Ben, are giving you edge-to-edge imagery of different unicorns.
I mean, that's almost a card in itself, isn't it?
100%.
Matte and layer, done.
Not
Sentiment.
only that, it's on a pearl card.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got that nice sheen, that nice shimmer to it. So if I then flick through to the next one.
Wow.
So because you've got your 4 sheets, Ben, why not do a little bit of decoupage? What about, Ben, craft along yesterday with your nesting dies?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine doing the paramount with
That'd
these
be
and your nesting
amazing.
dies. And all you would need is 1 sheet. You've got that one there with the teals in there, the blues in
And those
there.
square nesting dies are still in stock, aren't
Still
they?
in stock, absolutely. Circle ones still in stock as well. So giving you that sheen with that pearl. So if you want to pop that straight onto a 6 by 6 card, you can do that. 7 by 7, giving you a framework, you can do that. And if we go into that last one,
Wow.
go in with your glitters, go in with your flakes. Not that you have to, because you've got that shimmer in there with that pearl look. However, you can absolutely add that on if you want. Then we're going to go in with the 12 by 12. 24 sheets, 8 designs, 3 of each. I think this one I'm going to do face on, Ben, just because it's a little bit easier. So you've got front and back. So we've got the back side that we can see just here.
Yeah.
And then as I then flick, what we're going to get, the back ones, Ben, are more of your floral designs.
Okay.
So you've got your leaves in there. So you can see there you've got your pastel tones. If I go down, you've got more of your blue tones with your greens. And then as we flick a little bit forward, you can see you've got that edge to edge with the florals in there. You've got the roses in there. You've got the skeleton leaves in there. But on the opposite side, you've got more of the foliage within those lime green tones. And then as we go on there, opposite side, there is where we're starting to see the unicorns being featured, Ben. So now going on forwards to the end of this pad, what you're going to find is unicorns being featured in different areas, of course, of the 12 by 12. So that's the front side, and then that one's the opposite side. So that's giving you sort of like the watermark effect.
Yeah.
Then if we go on into the next ones that you can see here, opposite corners that you can see, then we're going into the peaches, then into the raspberry tones, the pink tones, the lilac tones. So you've got the mains of the unicorn kind of flourishing in opposite directions. Opposite side of that one, you've got that kind of printed mandala, watermark distress effect, a little bit more subtler. Then we're going, I'll skip forward a few there, if we go back to where we were, in that one there, bottom corner now.
My
so you're
word.
going to find a lot of peaches and tans being featured throughout. And then if I go down into the opposite side there, more of that watermark. So you're going to find that watermark heavily featured all throughout this whole collection here. So if you love that colour on water effect, it's all done for you. It's all got that pearlescent sheen to it.
Gorgeous, that.
Isn't it exquisite? I really do think out of all collections that needed the pearlescent look,
Yeah.
this is absolutely the one that needed to have that pearlescent look. Fussy cut it, chop it into 4. No matter what way you chop it within 4, you're going to get kind of 4 focals in there to do the mats and layers if you want. And this is what I know so many of you are wanting to see. And that's what we can do with this collection
Look at
here.
that stamp. That's
Isn't it so good?
amazing.
bringing in your nesting dies, using them to create that bridge effect with your papers. The embossing folder,
oh wow,
look at that on the edge. This one here, paper piece.
Wow.
It really does shout out to be paper piece.
Is that, what's that been paper piece? Is that ombre glitter cardstock?
So that one there, no, it's just some water reactive inks blended on a bit of watercolour card and then die cut and then just paper pieced them back in.
Love that.
Frame the vellums.
Oh, what a shout.
Absolutely perfect for that. Create the feature. You can colour them whichever way that you want, but then look at the rainbow that you've got here. Making the large cards with the 6x6 pad that you've got, featuring that Edgeable here. Look at this one there. Clean, simple,
yeah,
absolutely on point. In an envelope, cello bag with 5 of them. How much would you get for that if you were to sell them, which you can absolutely do. Think of your concepts that you can do.
Like
that
triptych.
one again, Ben, kind of triptych on the eye there, using that 6x6. I'll show you a few more what you can do with what you've got at home. What about your milk cartons? Start to decorate them with your milk carton dies that you've got home. The easel drawer set.
Oh, yes.
Look at that. How fab is that? Using what you've already got at home and combine it with this collection. I'll show you a few more and then I'll save the rest for later on. Your highlight pens, if you've got our highlight glitter pens, you can use them. Going in, creating a background with that rainbow, of course. And then last one for now, just to show how clean and simple it could be, that you can see absolutely just go in with the 6x6 pen, mats and layers, embrace your inner unicorn. I've still got loads more, so what I'll do probably about halfway through the show, I'll show you more of what I've not already seen yet.
Yeah, and let us know if you want more flicks through the pads. I've got those this side as well, so we can do that for you. 10% of the Showstopper has already gone. We're very busy. I would say sort of birthday levels of busy in this show. Everyone going for that bonus buy 2. And just to be aware on that one, you know when we have busy shows that this launches, we often say make sure you get the bonus buy in that first show, because you know as things get busier and busier, sometimes we have to shut that bonus buy down. So if you know you want extra card, of course you do, make sure you buy it in this show. You can put it in more than once if you like, but remember it's that first add to your basket with your Showstopper, you'll get half price. But if you love this collection, which I know loads of you already do from what you're saying, get as many as those paper pads as you can. And if you just want to pick and choose, everything currently still available for you individually. The comments are flying through. You guys love this. Sarah says, Showstopper and bonus buy in my cart. Cannot wait to see what Craig does with this. Amanda says, Ben, my word, I've never seen you so casual. But I love your magical t-shirt. Debbie Fisher doesn't like it when I go all casual.
Does she not?
No, she says you look too scruffy. She says, you look scruffy. But I had to wear this today.
Pot kettle black.
Woo! Ric Flair there.
I love her. She knows I love her.
I know. When we say things like that on air, it's only things that we would always say to their face as well.
Yes.
We're jesting. Lizzie Masters says, hello everyone, and all at CC. I've already bought the collection. So lovely. Looking forward to the demos. Hello, Nicole Brederick.
Oh, Nicole.
Whitney O'Toole's with us, saying good morning everyone on this magical day. I've been waiting for this for what feels like ages. Well, we brought it forward 2 days for you, Whitney, because we knew you were waiting, so we thought, no, we're going to do it Friday, we'll do it Wednesday for Whitney. Melanie D is in, Sandy's in, Patty's in, all loving the collection. And Kimberly Trimmer says, this 55-year-old just turned into a little girl who needs some unicorns in her life. This is it as well, like we said, it's a great collection for the kids, not too cutesy, so yeah, if you do want to use it for those sort of tweens, you know, you can do, but for those kids at heart as well. I mean, what a fabulous collection. The colours, the imagery, you know, the illustration is incredible. And this is it, isn't it? Being able to relive your childhood. Why not do it? Yeah, there is a lot going on in the world, producer Johnny. This is a nice thing to be able to kind of just, you know, get out of the real world and get into a world of unicorns. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be in a world of unicorns right now. Good morning all from Ohio, says Robin. Just purchased a Showstopper and bonus. You can see why over 10%'s gone, because I've got loads of people telling me they bought it already. Amity loves the samples. Patty says amazing. And Alti says so many beautiful cards and lots of ideas. And Pat says, I did not think I wanted this set because my grandchildren outgrew unicorns, but this set is stunning. My daughter works in a daycare and this would be lovely to use to decorate her room. Again, great idea for home decor pieces, right?
It is, and it's one of those, Ben, as we've we've talked about, you know, we're so lucky about what we get to come, we get at Crafter's Companion, but sometimes, me and the two Debbies have talked about, we hear of someone come and think, oh, it's not really my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I thought, when I heard we were bringing the unicorn collection, and you were having that little bit of elegance to it, and I thought, it's not really my cup of tea. Oh my gosh, see when we done Countdown to Launch, between then and then that. Predominantly I'd done my prepping last night. However, I absolutely adore this collection, Ben. I don't have a lot within my family that are into unicorns, but I've just loved playing with it. Absolutely loved it.
There's two questions that have come through. One I feel we'll be able to answer. And one perhaps, if we can look at this now before we move on, because we'll forget. Linda's asking, can Craig explain the card with the 2 unicorn edgeables? Did you show I don't recall seeing that. A card with 2 edgeables to it.
So I think that would have been the one where it was cut through on the front and the back, I presume. I think that one there.
Oh, okay.
So yes. All that would have been was cut on the front, Ben.
Right.
Open your card and then cut it again.
Right.
You could, Ben, if you wanted to, keep it closed and then put that die over the top, and you'll probably find the Gemini would cut through the 2 layers, but just because of the detail, I wouldn't want it to mark my card, so I would do them both individually, Ben. I would do the top one first, open it, then do the second one. What I'm going to do later on, I'm going to do a demo where we actually put vellum behind, and you might think, well, the vellum's going to be a bit messy at the back. I'm going to show you how you can hide the messy adhesive.
We also think it might be this card as well, over my side of the studio.
Oh, got you. So what I'm going to do, Ben, I'm just going to quickly come across to your side so I can have a look.
Sandy designed that one.
Sandy designed that one. I want to have a look here. Right, so what Sandy's done here is, I don't know if you can see, Ben, the end of the card is just underneath.
Yes.
So Sandy's got a bit of card, so I don't know, about 3 inches wide, and then what she's done is she's done a fold seam here. So we've got a little fold that's hidden underneath this paper here. So she's die cut the unicorn one side, so she's gone face on one side, and then the other side she's done it on that reverse side. So she's got the front and the back.
Clever.
Facing.
Clever.
So I just needed to see the workings there to see what she'd done.
Any more questions? Fire them in. There was one more, and we'll get into a demo. The question was from Amanda, who says, Craig, will the washi tapes from yesterday stick to the unicorn vellums?
Oh my gosh, what a great idea.
Yeah.
What a banging idea that is.
Banging.
Aye. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Banger of a idea.
Right, keep the comments coming. The more you comment, the more chance you've got of winning a Craig signed demo at the end of the show. And Whitney says, lol. You all are the best. Absolute best. Thank you for bringing it forward just for me. Well, we always think of our customers. We are here to serve you guys, of course. Right. We're going to get into a demo. Like I say, any comments, any questions, any requests, fire them in. But where are you going to start, mister?
Rightio, let's start with a little bit of colouring. So Ben, got my card blank. So I've got this 9.5 by 6 inches. And then what I've done is I have scored at 2 inches, then 3.5, turned it around and scored at 2 inches and then 3.5. So I'm going to fold back on itself and fold forward. I'm going to turn it around, fold back on itself and fold forward. So that's going to give me that shape there. So once again, Ben, that was 9.5 by 6 inches. So 9.5 by 6, scored it to 3.5 inches, flipped it round to make it easier at 2 inches and 3.5 again. So that's me got that part here. So let's go in with our cardstock. Now we're going to do a little bit of alcohol colouring, Ben, but I'm not blending. So therefore I'm just using my white smooth cardstock because I don't need to worry about the blend going through. I'm only touching up the actual image of the unicorn with my colours. So we're going to go in, let's press in, and because I'm using my alcohol proof, we're going to be using our alcohol-proof ink pad.
Yeah.
Just to say, for anyone that's new, in the last few days or so, you've heard me mention our Nicole's name, and this weekend, both my craft along Saturday, Sunday are inspired off of Nicole's projects.
I'm looking forward to seeing
that's
those.
Nicole that's just been in the comments there. So
Yeah.
that's who Nicole is. So yes, Saturday, of course, was the Zen Garden craft along.
Is the same? Yeah, it is. Of course, yeah.
And then, of course, Sunday is the Glitter Paints craft along.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to those shows.
Yeah, it'll be a good one, I'm sure.
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
Should be good, yeah.
That's coming in on the weekend just to do
Oh, I know, yeah. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're pre-recorded.
Yes.
We've already done them.
You know, we
And
told you yesterday.
they're brilliant shows as well, aren't they, Craig?
Yeah,
I think two of the best shows we've ever done.
Absolutely fab.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Fabulous shows. Right, what I'm going to do, Ben, is, because obviously we're not going to colour the whole lot, but what I've done, this is going to be the end result.
Oh, wow.
So the colours I've used, Ben, is my grey. I've just used my Ice Grey 2 Illustrator.
Yeah.
I've used in total Citrus Blend, Jade Green, Orange, Lavender, Dark Red, Magenta, and Pale Pink.
Question.
Yes.
Tell me what you think about me. No.
Did it?
How do you personally go about choosing, I mean, because that is a lovely array of colours. What is your thought process when you choose colours to colour with?
The paper pad.
Oh, okay.
I go into the paper pad and
Yeah.
I have a look at the colours. What I'll maybe do, Ben, is look at one specific paper pad. I can't remember which one inspired me for this one.
Right.
But it was one of the pads that I looked at that the unicorn had mints and oranges in it, and I just added some of the purples. But the great thing with unicorns is it's really, really forgiving, Ben.
Yeah.
You can just go any bright colour you want. You don't have to be, you know, specific in colours. We've seen a finished example at the start there where one of the unicorn was just covered, the mane was covered in blue, and that's the thing. You can go any colour you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a specific colour.
There's no kind of rules, is there?
There is not, no. And the same with when it comes to the actual flow, you can just colour them in any way that you want. So I am just kind of looking back at what I'd done originally, but I'm not doing any blends, as you can see. I'm just going to go straight in, and I'm using the lightest tone out of them all, Ben. So it's the lightest one out of the tri-blends that I've just said. And I know I'm kind of doing what I say not to do, and that is I'm colouring, then I'm going to die cut. I always recommend to stamp, die cut, and then do the colouring.
Yeah.
But of course, I needed to colour to have a finished one for you, and then we'll do the cutting just after. But if we just go in, and I'll just do, I'm not going to do much, Ben, because
Okay.
all that it is colouring, and I'm not blending, I'm not doing any special technique. All that I'm doing is I'm just following some of the lines.
I'm thinking this collection as well. You know, I mentioned earlier that I think a lot of the images have worked with the Sarah's Fairy Glade. It's a great collection, surely, to bring some of your colour trends collections to as well, right?
Oh, I never even thought of that.
Like all the glitter paste and
Exactly.
sparkle.
That's it. This is going to complement every single one of your trend collection.
Yeah.
And then think of even your colour blooms.
Oh, yes.
The change of colour.
That's a
that
great
looked
shout.
really, really fab.
Yeah.
Really, really fab. Doing a little bit of water base, coming in. You know what's also shouting out to be used for these? The glitter paints.
Oh, absolutely.
All of those fab, bright glitter paints that have all of that glitter in there, 100% shouts out to be used with the Unicorn collection. And you can absolutely get away with going to absolute town with the glitter paints
Yeah,
and
it's
your
what
glitters.
Christine just says, I hope you're going to glitter up that unicorn. I think this collection is definitely one that you are going to be using a lot of glitter with. And like we've just discussed, think of all those other collections that we've brought you, whether it be paper collections or, as we've talked about, mixed media collections. There's loads that you'll have in your craft room currently.
Oh, absolute loads.
That will enhance this collection even further.
Exactly, yeah. If you are lucky enough to still have some of our spray and sparkle, our sprays.
Was that like the varnish glitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you can still, I think you can get some on the UK website.
The gold and silver?
Yeah, there was an iridescent one as well. You guys stateside, you just need to check out your local websites because, of course, we can't ship them stateside because, of course, the contents that are in them. But you might have other brands. I'm not going to say we're the only brands that do them because we're not. So if you can't get our stateside, just have a look online and see where else you could potentially get them. But then what I'm going to do, of course, I would just come along, Ben, and colour in the rest. But what I'm doing is I'm just going round the edge of the unicorn here, and I'm just using the brush nib of my Illustrator pen. And I'm kind of like just dashing along. I'm not being neat. I just want to then get some of that highlight in, like so, which you can then continue going until you get that.
Wow.
So very briefly, Ben, that was citrus, orange blend, lavender blend, dark red blend, magenta blend, pale pink blend, jade green blend, and then an ice grey too of some sort. So let's go in with the dye. So this is what I meant by, I usually will say stamp, die cut, and then do the colouring, only because just in case we've done all that colouring and there was a little accident and the dye slips, that's you then wasted that time doing the colouring. Saying that, as long as it's taped down well, you're not going to have to worry. So what I'm going to do as well, Ben, is let's go in with my Gemini Go plates because they even fit on the Go. I don't need to trim because we've got that large mouth of the Gemini 2. The only reason I'm trimming is just so that I can see that I'm definitely on that full plate there. So frosted magnetic top plate, still the same plate configuration as your Junior or the G2. We're just using them, or I'm using them because I'm a big fan of them. So let's take that one out, like so, pop that out. Always look at your waist as well, because then what we have got, I'm not going to take it out, but we have got a lovely little stencil there that you can ink through once you take the dye away. Yeah. So we've got that cut there. We've got the unicorn nicely cut. So let's bring this one back in. So what I've already done, Ben, is I've already cut my mats and layers. So these are mats and layers just to go within my panels here. So I've pre-cut most of them. Yeah. That's going to go into the centre just shortly. So all that I'm going to do just now is I'm just going to mat and layer them onto my card.
If you have just joined us, double points today. I say today, it begins today and runs through until the 1st of December. So you've got, it's basically the rest of this week and all of next week, isn't it? Up until the end of play, a week on Sunday. So great opportunity to, pick up the new launches like this, but also, as we were discussing yesterday, pick up all of those bits and pieces that you need for your craft room. If you're running low on, things like your glues, your tape pens, your foam pads, your standard card, your black card, whatever it might be. Have a little bit of a look, have a bit of a recce, and see what you run out of. Get it now whilst you've got double points, so you're set to go for the new year. Loads on our website as well as far as sales are concerned. I think our Christmas sale continues. Outlet sale on there as well. I know new items being added there all the time, so it is worth coming back and having a look. Lots of you buying this collection as well. I know Vanessa says, yes, I've got my Showstopper and the bonus buy. Also, I cannot wait for my Showstopper to get here. I've been waiting for this collection since I saw it, and I'm so happy. The paper is so beautiful and stunning. You obviously did the countdown to launch for this, did you?
I did. I keep thinking you were on with me, but it was Becky that was on, yeah.
Was this the one that everyone was shouting about?
Yes, yeah. This is one of them, but so many people were just so looking forwards to this one. And I think the fact of, as well, Ben, was the fact of what I said at the start. It's not it's not cartoon cutesy. No. You know what I mean? You've got that bit of sophistication to it, of course, which is going to work for the later teens as well as the younger teens. So you've got scope of the different age ranges. Yeah. So you can, of course, start to tally with your own colours. I mean,
it's a nice size as well, as you pointed out, because sometimes I think, particularly for people who are new, some of our collections can be maybe a little bit overwhelming.
Exactly. Yes, you don't know where to start. Whereas this is just that meet in the middle between a Big Sarah signature collection and then, of course, things such as our kitchen or garden collection. It's that nice in the middle collection size-wise. You've got your key components, stamp, die, sentiments, folder, paper pads and vellums, and then of course you can then you can add more if you want to. So I'm going to go in. These were from our layout collection, Ben.
Oh,
it was the scallop one, and then it was the next two sizes down of the plain oval dies. Of course, you could use our new ones if you wanted to. So I'm just going to pop some tape into the centre. That one we're going to pop there, so let's press in here.
Do you know what's quite nice about this as well is that if you just popped a sentiment on there, that could be very un-unicorny, that background, couldn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely could.
Maybe just pop some of your flowers on that oval.
Exactly, yeah. So if you are wanting, you know, maybe to use one of the unicorn stamps or the dies, but maybe you didn't want the background to be too unicorny, unicorny, you want to have a nice floral, then you can do that. And of course, they're all that pearlescent paper or card, even the floral ones. So if I then come along into here,
beautiful.
Like so let's get that central. And then let me get my sentiments here. So let's take the sentiments out. Oh, this one's not even been opened. Let's do what Tracy does and just cut the top. I always keep the fold of mine, but I'll do what Tracy does for the studio set. And then I'm going to go in with You Are Magical. So let's take that one here. I'm then going to go in, I've got a bit of white card bed. Let's bring our stamping platform. And this could be any other sentiments. You might want to use your other sentiments. You know, if you've got your sentiment Just to Say collection. Yeah. And then start to team that with it, of course.
Well, Sarah says she's just checked out the Showstopper, the bonus buy, and she's bought the all occasion sentiments.
Oh, there you go.
Which would be perfect, wouldn't they?
Oh, that would be absolutely perfect, yeah. Or you know the ones that came with Sheena's, I call them Sheena's, they were Crafter's Companion.
Oh, the little...
the stamps with the stencil and had the little block sentiments.
Like ticker tape style?
Yeah. They would work as well. Yeah. They would work really, really well. So I just want to really, really intensify that darkness because I've got my black card, and then we're just going to then trim this one down. So let's go in with my guillotine. You can probably tell I have the whole lot prepped, Ben, but I forgot to do my sentiment before the show, so we're doing that. But we need a sentiment. Yeah. We can't be without. So I'm going to go along here, and then I'm just going to then add my layer. So we'll go in with a little bit of black. So I'm following along with my other mats and my layers, Ben. So the pattern paper, what I done was I mat and layered that onto a thin black border, and then I've taken my mint linen cardstock from the collection and given myself a little bit more of a deeper layer. So if I come in, let's go in here. I've got an odd bit because I was there we go. Let's go into here, and then I'm just going to trim little and often until I've got the little fine border that I need. Let's just work that in. There we go. And then last but by no means least, let's just add that on into here. I'm going to give myself just a little bit more of a deeper matting layer within that linen card. And I'm going to, do you know what this also shouts out to be used as things such as your embossing powders. Oh, yeah. Your embossing powders or your, why do I keep forgetting the name of them? Powders. Pearl powders. Colour creations. Colour creations. Yeah, things like that. Either or. Start to use things like that. So if we go in, I'm going to go off the edge there. So it's kind of like floating in midair. So if I go into here, I was waiting to say it won't be long till we're singing that. We're already singing that. Already. You know, it's definitely that time when even the generic radio stations start playing the Christmas songs.
What do they call that thing they do every year? Whamageddon. Have you heard about that? Yeah, I've heard Wham this morning, so that's me out of that game, yeah.
Look at that. Now,
beautiful.
Of course, you could matte layer on the back if you want to make that a little bit more pretty. But then there we go. We've got that one using the linen, using the 12 by 12, using the unicorn with the stamp, the die, the sentiment as well, and then just a couple of nesting dies that were from the layout collection. And that was 9.5 by 6, and then I scored it 2 inch, 3.5, flipped it round, 2 inch, 3.5, done.
Absolutely incredible. Gorgeous card, Craig, says Genesis. And Sarah's wondering, she says, well, this collection just makes you smile with the bright colours. Will you be doing a card with the rainbow at any point? Or if not, can we have a look at that card again from earlier?
We can have a look at some cards. I'm not going to be using the rainbow within this show, but we can certainly look at samples where the rainbow's been used.
Excellent stuff. Very, very busy for this collection. £64, 92 bucks for the lot. Just to quickly show you again, because the paper pad is, oh my goodness me, so stunning. You've got your 12 by 12 here, 24 sheets. So even more of a reason to jump in and buy that bonus buy bundle with the Showstopper, because you're definitely going to want more than just those 24 sheets. And this is the brilliant thing in the fact that, as Craig was showing you, you've got it on this beautiful pearlescent paper, but like the card Craig made there, you know, you've got lots of just florals in here as well. So if you do just want to use these on a non-unicorn card, you've got plenty of opportunities to be able to do that. There's some gorgeous imagery here with the foliage, with that beautiful floral effect going through. But then as we go through the pad, that's when you begin to see these beautiful unicorn illustrations. And once again, whilst you have got your 6x6 pad, which is different, you know, the unicorns do feature, I think, more heavily in that and are more prominent. You've still got plenty of ability here, if you want, to snip into these. So, you know, if you want to create 4 6x6 pages there, so you've got 3 floral designs, and then you've got your main unicorn design there as well. And again, you can see on the background that you've got that more sort of stripped back design. You've even got some beautiful illustrated mandalas in there too. It's just a stunning pad. I think the colours are amazing, the illustration is amazing, and just having that pearlescent sheen on the pad as well really brings that sort of magic to life. With all those beautiful unicorns. And just to show you alongside that 6x6, the 12 by 12, alongside that, the 6x6, all of those images again, completely different. Single-sided in here too, but do you know what? You look at that, and Craig showed you on a few cards out of the samples, you're matting and layering that onto a project, adding a beautiful sentiment. I mean, what a stunning card that is. And again, if you're looking to make to sell, very, very quickly, you're making your money back on this beautiful collection. But I think you will agree that the imagery, the design, the illustration of these unicorns is absolutely next level and out of this world. That's why you'll want to go for the full collection and then get your bonus buy, because you'll definitely want more of these beautiful papers. The vellum is included, of course, the 8x8 vellum, and you've got your linen cardstock in there as well. But I just wanted to recap on how beautiful those illustrations are. All right. We are going to take a short break. Opportunity for you to get your carts and your baskets checked out. Get any more questions in you'd like to ask us as well. We've got just over an hour to go. So Craig's got more demos lined up. If you want to see more samples, if you want more flick throughs, if you want to see the collection again as a whole, let us know. We can do all that for you. But in the meantime, get to the checkouts. Over 10% of a big stock has already gone. So we'll see you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. Well, otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Welcome back, everybody. I can see some crystal art with these papers, says Rosalind Russell. That is a nice idea. Yeah, get your touch of sparkle out. Why not? Whitney Oatsill says, OMG, I cannot wait to get these home and start playing Nobody Does Papers like Crafter's Companion. Nobody does it better. 20% of the Showstopper's gone, by the way. Thank you for checking out during that short break. Lot of people, I'd say well over 90% of people who are buying the Showstopper are then adding in those extra papers. You won't want to be without these beautiful, beautiful pads. So use the opportunity of getting that Showstopper and adding in the paper bundle again. You will get it for half the price you should be. You are welcome to pop in more if you wish. The first of them, you'll get half price. Worth pointing out again, double points. That's not just on this show, that's right across the whole of the website, across all of our shows up until the end of play a week on Sunday. So plenty of reasons to be shopping with us. Loads on the website as well. Christmas sale, outlet sale. So do have a look, shop to your heart's content and take advantage of those double points. Keep commenting in the show, fire any more questions in. Maybe you've got some unicorn facts for us, I don't know. The more you cover, you never know. The more you comment, more chance you've got of winning a project. Craig will be giving away one of his projects at the end of the show. He'll sign it for you too. Somebody will win that. May as well be you. Nicorn. Right. Next demo, what are we going to do?
Rightio, we're going to use the Edgeable, but within a box. So what we're going to do is they're just there at the side, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Where? Oh,
Just
there.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, wee
just a
little
nice
pail.
select. In case you're wondering, there were, Johnny was just saying to Ben after this demo, do the boards. Does he got them? And Ben was like, I can't see them. I put them at the bookshelf that are there.
Cheers, Craigie.
You're welcome. Rightio, piece of cardstock, Ben. That I've cut this one down to 7.5 by 9.5.
Yeah.
So 7.5 by 9.5, and then 1 inch I've scored all the way around on my box lid side. What I've done at that centre point, so if I fold them in there, Ben, at that centre point, I've done a pencil line just down the middle here. So what I've also done, measured the same, and I've scored 1 inch on the box base side.
Yep.
Created my box. I've just taken some of that pink red linen cardstock, done a matte and layer, and a piece of the 12 by 12, and I've just matte and layered that into the middle. So that's the box base.
I just thought for a second there, looked like could be a jigsaw box, but there's nothing to stop you taking the papers and putting on mount board and creating some uniform jigsaws.
Could you imagine that? Yeah. Do that, because this will be a box. So yeah, take the coordinated paper pad from the other sheet and use it to create a jigsaw. And then great, because that's 5 by 7. So take your 5 by 7 one.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Little Christmas gift.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in with the Unicorn Edgeable. So if you're not familiar with the Edgeable dies, what we've got is all of this detail that die cuts out there.
Yeah.
What happens, what will be on the right-hand side, Ben, this will all cut away, and then there's no outside edge on what will be the left-hand side, so that stays in place. So what we've got is the edge of the die runs right to that tip there and to the bottom. So I'm going to centralise this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure the tip in the base of that die is running parallel with that paper. And I'm going to take my low-tack tape, and we're going to then pop that in here. And because this essentially, Ben, will be waste, what I'm going to do, pop my tape there. And then I'm going to be using, I'm just going to use my junior plates here. Actually, I won't, let's use, they will fit within the junior, because of course, even though it's bigger than the junior plates, you've got your A4 wide mouth for your G2, but I'm just going to use the large plates.
First time I've seen you use these this week. I think
I know it is, isn't it?
Plates, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not often that I use the large plates. And now that we've currently, while stocks last, got our Go plates, you'll have seen me using them a lot, which I believe they are still currently in stock, minus the magnetic shim, on the UK, US and Europe website. So you can check them once out.
You know what to do.
You know what to do with the magnetic shim. I showed you in masterclass on Monday.
Go back and watch it if you don't know.
Create your own. And actually create 3 of them from your junior.
You can't do that demo again.
No, I can't.
You will be getting in trouble.
No, I can't. No, I can't.
Cutting up company property.
Don't get me started. I done it to serve a purpose. You need a magnetic shim to use the Go plates. If we don't have the magnetic shim, what we're going to do? Well, I'm going to show you. I'd rather cut up ours than you guys do yours and do it wrong. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to be careful, and I'm just going to tease it out, Ben, because we've got lots of really fine, delicate lines. Yep. So I'm going to pop that out here. Let's take that out. So we've now got that cut. But this is what I meant by, of course, it cuts into your cardstock, but we need to then come along and remove that. So what we're going to do is, where that die ends, I'm going to cut just up to the top a little bit. So let's go in to here like so. I'm not going to go quite to the top. I'm going to leave maybe about 1/4 of an inch. It's going to be easier with your smaller scissors. Going in here, I'm just going to tease that up so I can get my scissors in. And again, I'm just going to cut down maybe from about 1/4 of an inch from that base there. And then to make it even easier, Ben, let's come along with my V-blade paper trimmer. Yep. And where I've ended at that cut line, just where my thumbnail is, I'm going to start that cut point from there. And then I'm going to come in. Again, I'm going to come maybe about 1/4 of an inch away from my folded edge. Turn it around, and then where my edge of my cut is. And if you need to trim a little bit more, you can always do that afterwards. Turn that around, and then I'm going to do the same again. Where my cut ends, I'm just going to start, lift that up, travel along, move that one out the way, and then if I take that out, so what we've now currently got is we've now currently got that kind of aperture that you can see here. Very cool. So let's take, before we go any further, let's go in with our illusion film. Oh yeah. So I've got 2 sheets of our illusion film. Now you can iron these any way. My preferred way, Ben, is you've got a little bit more of a matte side. So my preferred way is doing matte to matte. So you're going to do back to back. And then what I'm going to do is bring some grease-proof paper in, and I'm going to lay that over the top and then fold that over. So I'm going to come along just with an iron, a home iron, and then it can be a craft iron, it can be a travel iron.
Set to the highest heat, yeah?
Highest heat. And I'm just going to press, move, press, move. That's all that I'm going to do. That is more than enough. I'm going to switch it off so I don't knock it over. Open it up, and then we've got our illusion film beautifully heated together.
Wow, look at the colours.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And it matches, of course, all the colours that you're seeing throughout the actual collection.
That's amazing.
So what I've then done, and I've already done this one, Ben, is I've taken the die and then using a pen of some sort, let's see, have I got, here we go, I'll just use this. I've already done this to save time, but all that I've done, Ben, is I've drawn around the outside edge. So drawn around, go all the way around. I done it within a lighter pen, I'm doing it within a darker one just so you can see, like so. So can we see that outline that we've got? So if I come along here, so we've got that outline. So all that I would just do is cut down and down. So that's going to be the waist, and then you can always trim it a little bit more, which is then going to give me that. So already trimmed with my scissors, and we've now got what will be the outline of our die. So moving that out the way and then bringing this one in. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to spend just a little moment. I'm going to be using, before I do that, I want to check my layers here. Yep, that is fine. So this one here, the actual card, so the linen cardstock, sorry, the gold cardstock is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I matte and layered onto a piece of the pink red. Matte and layered them together, and then our large rectangle die from our new rectangle nesting dies. I used the large one, cut through both sheets, and that's given me that frame that we can see here. So let's go back to this one, and then because we've got delicate lines here, I'm going to just quickly add on some of my tacky glue. Now at home, I would spend a little bit longer. You can use your dotty tape runner, but please do be very, very careful, because the lines really are delicate. So if you catch and you're not holding it down, then you can potentially tear and rip away.
And so, this is a silly question, but if you were using your dotty tape pen, would you go from the solid piece of cardstock out?
Yes, pull outwards.
Right.
Yeah, go outwards, and always just manipulate. Let's pretend this is the dotty one. I would hold down, pull, pull, pull. So I'm just anchoring it down with my finger while I am, of course, adding my glue. Now what we're going to be left with, let's do it this way, is because I drew around the outside of the die, Ben, this is actually a little bit bigger. This is the perfect matte and layer. So it's actually going to give you a little outside border, matte and layer. So if I hold that for a second, turn that around, can you see now?
That's amazing.
Gives us that perfect matte and layer all the way around there. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to trim that excess. Let your glue dry a little bit longer than I am, but it's enough just to hold it in.
That's such a cool effect.
It's really smart, isn't it? Really, really smart. And then what we can then do is let's pop our acetate on the back, because we still need to stabilise that, because it's still just that little bit flimsy. You don't want to damage it. So we're going to go around with our tape. Let's go in with my red liner tape here, and this just happens to be thick acetate. That's all that I've got left. This
Yeah.
can be your heat-proof acetate if you want it to be. It could be packaging acetate, it could be foiled acetate. It just so happens that all that I've got left is the heavyweight acetate. So it's absolutely fine. Still serves its purpose. So I'm just going to go all the way around here. I'm going to go all the way along. I'm going to then come all the way along again. And then you can, if you want, add some glue in the finer areas. If you're using the wet glue, which you absolutely can, you just need to let that dry a fair bit longer than you would if it was cardstock. So let's take the backing off. Alternatively, you can just use a tissue tape or your tape runner if you want to. But it's kind of, I don't know why, but it's just like automatic. I think it's still engraved in my head from crafting all these years at red liner tape we use for acetate. So let's peel them off here. And then I'm just going to come along. Let's centralise that into there. Let's press that in now. So now we've got that stable window that we can see. So I'm going to come along with my frame here and maybe cut the window just a little bit too long, but we'll still get away with it. So I'm going to then let's add my glue. So what you want to do, Ben, is whenever you're decorating a box, for those that don't know, for anyone that's new to crafting or new to us, you want to decorate your box, certainly your box lid, before you assemble, because it makes it a lot easier. Once you assemble your box, it makes it a little bit more fragile and flexible to decorate. So always try and do it before you actually decorate, or before you assemble.
Pat just said, every time I see Craig glue those delicate lines, I'm amazed at how quickly he does it. Even though I take my time to, there's glue all over.
It's just sketching. That's you know, I say it quite a lot. All that I'm doing is I'm just sketching, Ben.
Yeah.
Just sketching, because you need to remember, glue moves, glue expands.
Yeah.
So it's going to expand onto maybe the little bits that you've not glued onto. So that's all that I'm doing.
And he's a professional as well, you see.
Again, and you know, I've used it a lot, and it all depends on the glue as well. You need to make sure it's a good quality glue, which our tacky glue is, of course.
And those applicators help as well, don't they?
Oh, they do.
The precision nozzle.
Absolutely, they really, really do. You know, they help tremendously because they give you just the right amount of glue that you need. And yet it does depend on the quality as well. So if it's a good quality, which just means there's a lot less water content and a lot more of actual adhesive glue, you know you're not going to soak into your cardstock and into your project.
Loads of people suggesting collections again that they're going to use this with. Sandy just said this would work well with the Crystal Visions collection. I think you're right.
That's a really good idea.
Crossover with that. What else did we say? Like the Fairy Glade, it would work nicely with.
Yeah.
Enchanted Dreams would be another one, I think.
It would do, wouldn't it?
So yeah, have a look and see what will work for you with these, and just expand this collection even further. The box with the unicorn inside would be cute to hang on the wall after it's been opened, says Charlotte. And hi to Rain, who's joined us. Not read your name for a long while, Rain. Had to pop in for a peek before work, you say. Lovely to have you with us. Nicole Chapman says, when I got dressed today, I put on a T-shirt that has a cat unicorn on it. It says half cat, half unicorn, all magic.
Love it. How fab's that?
What would that be called? A catacorn?
Catacorn. Catacorn.
Catacorn.
Could you imagine that?
Or a unicat.
Unicat. I like catacorn.
Catacorn's good, isn't it?
Or it reminds me of something from Egypt. What do you call
catacomb.
it? Catacomb.
Did you watch, sorry, changes the subject, we're not really changing the subject. Did you watch Celebrity last night?
I'm a celebrity. I was watching while I was prepping last night,
My goodness me. I'm not surprised that, whoever that chap was, I'm not surprised he said
he bailed out.
Come out, as I would have been the same. Claustrophobic or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in like a box trying to win the stars and it was filling up with sand. My goodness me.
Yeah, that's probably that's where I would panic.
Only got up to his knees, didn't it?
Dead, yeah.
He was out. Yeah. Ant and Dec, were fuming. It was Ant and said, that cost me 10 grand, that.
And he said, it's all right, you can afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is funny. I know, obviously, you guys stateside, maybe what you're on about. I know you have your version of I'm a
do you have
Celebrity.
your own version of that?
Yeah.
Is it called I'm a Celebrity?
They're all called all over the globe. They're all called I'm a
right.
Celebrity. Yeah,
So
the
where did the
Australian
celebs
one.
in the US go?
I'm not sure about the US. Australia goes to South Africa.
Oh, do they?
They don't do I'm a Celeb in Australia. They
No.
do South Africa. So remember the other year when the UK done a South African one in the springtime?
That was like the best stop, wasn't it? Was it the former winners or something that came back?
Was it
to
something like that, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So they used the camp that the Australian I'm a Celebrity used, yeah. So yeah, I think it's a good cast this year.
It's just called Get Me
Just
Out of
called
Here.
Get
in
Me Out
America.
of Here.
And where do they go? Oh, Johnny's just.
Yeah,
Googling it.
I quite like the cast this year. I know it's been a little bit of.
Oh, they go to Australia.
Oh,
and
do
the
they?
US, I think.
Ah.
No, it's a good cast actually.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of them, but
No.
I think I love Danny from McFly.
I know of the cast, which I think is why I think it's a good group this time. Really nice group. So I think it's going to be fun. Be wondering because there's always that, you know. I suppose whatever country you're in, whenever you're watching it, anything with celebs, it's like you wonder if they're going to spill any
Juicy gossip.
any juicy gossip. Be interesting.
I just love watching the celebs suffer with the challenges.
Yeah.
Especially the eating challenges are the best. Just make sure you've had your tea early on those
Exactly.
nights.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, fun. Fun.
Lots of love for this project that you're putting together. Charlotte just says the Illusion film sure does make that pop. And Kimberly Trimmer says, I've just got my Showstopper and bonus by many of you doing that. We're over 20% of the Showstopper gone. If you have just joined us, we will recap on what you're going to get in your collection. But safe to say this has been a hit so far. Very popular collection.
Not surprised. So Ben, because I've still got 2 demos that I want to do for you guys at home, Unicorn, all that I've done is I've die cut within that pink, red, gold satin and done a drop shadow.
Yeah.
And I'm going across the top of the Unicorn and I've stamped out at heart. And I just used that one with the Plum Jam Quick Dry. And that one can go to the bottom. I'm keeping that left-hand side white to pull in that framework, but then we can also see into, of course, that box base. We've used the illusion film on the back, so if I turn that around on white so that you can see the illusion film seen through, and then that's our 5 by 7 box. I think it's 5.5 by 7.5 box, and then there we go. We've got Unicorn at heart into a box lid, and then shortly I'll show you that Edgeable on the edge of a card.
Really brilliant demo so far. Over 20% of the stock of the Showstopper has already gone. Many of you shopping. Let me know what you've gone for. If you've bonus buyed it with the Showstopper, do let me know. And you know, if you're picking and choosing, what elements are you going for? Always good to know. If you are going for the full collection, you'll get everything I'm showing you here. But I'll just let you know the names of things as well if you are searching for them on the website. So the Rainbow collection of the stamps and dies is called Be Unique, Be You. So you've got that beautiful rainbow. Love the fact you get the little cloud and the heart and the star in there too. And then you get some lovely little sentiments which you can use to stamp into your rainbow, which is quite a cool idea if you want to do that. Things like Be Unique, Be You. When it rains, look for rainbows, sending sunshine and rainbows, and you brighten my cloudy days. If you want to be able to recreate the project that Craig's just done, you're going to use that illusion film, so you get 2 rolls of that included. And it's just incredible stuff, isn't it? I know a lot of you probably already have illusion film from previous collections that we've done, but it never hurts to have more, because I think, you know, it's a beautiful substance to use, particularly on your more sort of magical fantasy cards like this. I think it really does help to make those projects pop. You'll also be wanting the beautiful Edgeable as well. That one, if you want it individually, is called Embrace Your Inner Unicorn. Then you've got your stamp and die set. There is Power in Kindness, so that's the one that Craig used on his first project. Again, really lovely size, that one, to stamp out and colour. Choose your colours. And as you said, there's no worries with this really, because, you know, a unicorn can be whatever colours you want it to be. Its mane can be whatever colours you want it to be. So just have fun with this. Producer Johnny just said that's the Brian May of unicorns right there. Yeah, Brian Main. That is good. Do you know what? It's funny you should say that, because when Craig was showing us through the pads earlier on, but just the way that the unicorns, it's got its mane flowing in like every kind of image. It looks like it was on some like photo shoot, like 80s photo shoot. You'll see what I mean in a second. Then you got your 3D folder. I love the fact now that when we're showing you these, on shows, I love the fact that we're embossing them onto like gold cardstock or silver cardstock. I think it really gives you an idea of just how stunning that emboss is, and that is just beautifully embossed, 3D embossed, many kind of like peaks and troughs on there, as Craig was saying. So lots and lots to love about that. And then you've got your sentiments in here as well. So this one is just simply called Unicorn Sentiments. So follow your dreams. You've also got be a unicorn in a field full of horses. I believe in you. Happy birthday with a little unicorn ears and horn. You've got you are magical. And also have a magical day. And then this is really cool too. You've got the stamp and die set. So you've got the unicorn, which you're going to cut out, and then the stamps to create your own little sentiments. So embrace your inner unicorn, sparkle like a unicorn, born to be a unicorn, and unicorn at heart. Next is all of your papers, and these are just incredible. 12 by 12, different to the 6 by 6 this time around. And what is so lovely is that you've got it on that beautiful pearlescent paper, so you get the sheen, you get the shine, really brings the designs to the fore. And a lot of the designs that you've got in the back part of the pad are more florals, more foliage. So as we've already discussed, if you just do want a really beautiful floral paper that is stunningly pearlescent, you're going to delve into this paper pad, because you've got lots of those within this pad. As we flick through a little bit further, that's when you begin to see the star of the show. Boom, that beautiful unicorn. And again, that is a lovely piece to use as a whole if you're making a bigger project. However, these have been designed in mind that you might want to snip these down into 6 by 6s. So you've got 4 absolutely beautiful images, so floral, 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 and then that main unicorn image there. If you do want to snip into these, you'll see the reverse of these as well is always that sort of more muted floral design. But delve into these more, you'll see beautiful images in the background, almost like mandala effects behind the flowers and the unicorns, different color palettes going through here, different styles of unicorn in there as well. Look at that one with the blonde hair, the blonde mane there, the beautiful florals. The designs are incredible. The illustration is, off the chart here. And as we discussed, I think this is going to be a pad which you're going to love. If the inner child comes out, but if you've got kids, if you've got, those sort of teens who are still, like my Daisy, some days she can be quite young and innocent and quite kid-like again. Another day she'll be like more grown up. I think if you've got kids who are sort of that sort of age, I think they will really, really appreciate a project or a card or a home decor piece made out of this absolutely stunning collection. You've got 24 double-sided sheets within inside your 12 by 12. The 6 by 6 is different. These are single-sided sheets, and what you've got here, as far as I'm concerned, well, 24 fantastic cards. Straight away, you can just be taking that out of your pad, a little bit of matting and layering, popping it onto a card blank, adding a sentiment. Wow, how stunning is that? You've got some amazing designs in here. Just wonderful illustration. And once again, it's been done on that stunning pearlescent paper. So you're going to get all of the sheen, all of the shine. Look at that. That artwork is gorgeous, incredible, isn't it? It's absolutely phenomenal. Somebody said a few minutes ago, I didn't read the comment out, I forgot to read it, but someone said, I think it was Laurie, these 6 by 6 pads are just frame-worthy, aren't they? The images, frame-worthy. Just simply popping these onto your walls at home. Maybe, you've got kids who love their unicorns, sticking that one into a frame, beautiful little gift idea.
Do you know what, Ben?
Yeah.
Buy an inexpensive frame, stick it in a frame, sell it.
Well, yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
You've made something from it.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Over to you on that one. But there's 24 sheets in there again. And like you say, you guys will know in the States, the kind of shops that you'll pop into to get those inexpensive frames, pick them up for a few bucks, a few quid over here. Again, the kind of shops you can buy them from. Nothing to stop you from doing that, because as Craig says, realistically, you have made a project, so nothing to stop you from doing that if you want to go down that line. The vellums as well, absolutely stunning. You're going to get 24 sheets of the vellums. And again, you can see the beautiful designs that you're going to be getting here. These will work in really, really nicely alongside the 12 by 12 pads once again. But have fun with the vellums. Play with the vellums. If you are short of ideas, again, if you go back to shows earlier in the week, we were talking about vellum with Craig. But as a rule of thumb, and what I try and remember, you know, where people are like, oh, I don't quite know what to do with vellums. Whatever you would do with your papers, just do with your vellums. That's the best thing to say, Craig, isn't it, really?
100%.
And these are all stunning. You're getting 6 designs within this particular set, so you're going to get 4 of each of those beautiful vellums. And just to kind of finish off this set, you know, if we give you the vellums, we give you the papers, it's nice, isn't it, when we give you the coordinating cardstock, and that you have got once again, this time linen cardstock. So again, if you want to be able to recreate the cards that Craig has brought to you, you will be using the linen card that he has been using. Beautiful mints and pinks and blues and yellows and oranges and reds in here. It is 6 colours and 4 sheets of each. Everything I've shown you just there equates to the Showstopper bundle. Brilliant saving, as you can see. It should be over £100, over $134. £64 is your platinum price today. 92 bucks, double points. And if you go for the Showstopper, don't forget, the majority of people are doing it. You go Showstopper, and then you add in your paper and card bundle as well. So you get another 12 by 12, another 6 by 6, another lot of your linen, and another lot of your vellum. Not for that price though. That's the price if you just buy that on its own. If you go for it with the Showstopper, you pay £18 or $24. Incredible value for money, and we are well over 20% of the stock now gone. Thank you everyone for the lovely comments. Vanessa says, amazing box, Craig, love it. Janice Watson says, my all occasion sentiments arrived today. Let the stamping begin. And I have to comment, says Maria Kay, I've been waiting for the Unicorn collection and the washi tapes for a long time. Thank you for creating this. You're welcome. I mean, I didn't, but you're welcome from the rest of the team. We'll take the credit. And Linda Knoll says, those papers are beautiful. I can see scrapbook pages in my future. Whether it's scrapbooks, cards, home decor. As he said, just get some cheap frames and frame them. I mean, the possibilities are endless here, right?
You imagine you're certainly going into the springtime fairs.
Yes.
Imagine just having a great big stall of all these inexpensive frames in there, just with these 6 by 6 pads in there, maybe even the 12 by 12 ones. As I said, as Ben then obviously also confirmed the fact, you're making something. You're technically making something, so go for it. Right, shall we use the embossing folder?
Oh,
shall
yes.
we go bright with the water reactives?
Yes.
We're going to use fuchsia, we're going to use honey pot, we're going to use parakeet, and then we're going to use the crushed velvet as well. Just for those that want me to go back to the fuchsia there, it was the fuchsia that we're going to be using. So, because I've got my A4 plates out, what I'm going to do is let's just take my plates. I've got some watercolour cardstock here, and I've cut it to just a little bit smaller than 4 by 6. And because this is a 3D folder, Ben, it's our base plate, it is then our magnetic, and then it is our frosted shim. So of course that would fit within the junior plates, but because I already had the A4 ones out from that last demo, I'm just of course using them. So we're going to emboss them first. So as we take this one out, I've got my bells at the ready. Ding, ling, ling. Ding, ling, ling. So every time a bell rings, ding, 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 ding. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets her wings.
But only if you truly believe.
Look at the deboss.
Whoa, that's the deboss, yeah.
That is the deboss that we've got there. Look at that. Isn't that phenomenal? Go in with your glitter paste, Ben, scrape it into all the nooks and crannies. That would be absolutely fab. So let's take that one out here. So we're going to take that one, and for this you can use the brushes. You know I'm a big fan now of the brushes, but I really want to get depth when it comes to the actual colour. So what I'm going to do is, if I take we're going to go fuchsia, honey pot, parakeet, crushed velvet. Now you can, if you want to, you can ink your cardstock first and then blend the colour. But I like doing the emboss first, Ben, because what happens is it picks up all the raised areas. So the raised areas, Ben, go a little bit darker because we are going on flat.
Yeah.
Because I want an intense colour, that's why I'm using the brushes, the blending tools, because I can really push into my cardstock. So starting with the fuchsia, let's go in with the honey pot, and then we're just going to do the same And then we're just going to do a little bit of crossover, and we can blend them out together just shortly. So we're just going to go back and forth, and then I'm just taking some of that excess off. We can blend that one in. I mean, how simple was that? That's just two colours to start with. We've blended in really, really seamlessly. Let's go in with the parakeet, and then we're going to go in with that one. We're just going to keep inking up. And then what will also happen, you'll be left with some white work way in the back where your sponge doesn't quite match and where it doesn't quite reach. So that's also really fab looking as well. So we're just going to blend that in, going back into that honey pot and blend in the parakeet. Really simple. That's our 3 done, no time whatsoever. And then we're going to go in with the crushed velvet here. So we're now going to do the same. What I am going to do, but because it's water reactive, I don't want to get any fingerprints on my card, the oils from my finger. So I'm just taking a bit of used cardstock, scrap cardstock, a bill, whatever you want. Just lay it over the top so you can stabilise it. And you're not getting any fingerprints on it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go in, and I'm purposely doing this one quick, Ben, because I wanted to show you, for anyone that's maybe a little bit daunted by our water reactives or our blending with the inks and our folders. I mean, look at that.
That is incredible.
Straight away, we're getting that seamless blend. What I'm going to do is let's go back into the honey pot again and just cross over to get even more of that beautiful blend.
So it's fuchsia, honey pot, parakeet.
And crushed velvet.
Crushed velvet.
Yep. Crushed velvet it is indeed.
Beautiful collection, says Evelyn. And Pat says, as I watched Ben show the papers in vellum, it got me in a very happy place, you say. Well, that's lovely.
It does. It makes you smile, doesn't it? As you were saying before.
Yeah.
Really, really happy, smiley. We're going back, without going obviously into detail, the world is a tough place at times. It's a horrible place at times. So just to make you smile, make you happy, just, you know, lose your thoughts for a couple of hours, you know, maybe even a day, of course. It's one of those things. It does that.
Escapism, isn't it?
Escapism. Put the music on, you know, maybe put a podcast on, put a film on, whatever it is, and then just craft away. Choose your colours, choose your concept, dip into your layout collection, dip into your template libraries. You've got all of these at home at your fingertips. Start to use them. Do the boxes, the scrapbooks, the memory pages. Bring in your craft clubs, of course. Bring all of these in together and just have fun. Have fun. So if I then take this one here. So I've got my layers here. So this is a large card. So I've got a large card here, Ben. It's 6 1/4 by 8 1/4, and I've just done a little bit of black cardstock.
Yeah.
So this is one of our pattern papers, 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. So I've already got my tape here, and I'm going to mat and layer onto my mint green linen card. You can, of course, gut your cardstock if you want. Absolutely no problem at all. And if I was at home, I would definitely be doing this, because this one here I prepped while I was in the studio yesterday. So it's Tracy's set, so I'm not worried about saving product. I only do that, as you guys know, when it's mine. If you see any gutting, you know I've been using my own product.
Yeah.
If there's no gutting, you know I've used the studios and I'm not really that bothered. Let's just be honest. Let's just put our hands up
exactly
and
right.
just be honest. You know what I mean? So let's mat and layer that onto here, and you'll see how the black really does make this stand out. So
You're a big fan of using layers of black, aren't you?
Oh, I love black.
Yeah.
Love, love, love black. So another bit of the mint, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 with a very fine black matte layer. And this could actually be gutted from underneath. Bring in your nesting dies that we lodged. You know the rectangles are out of stock, but you could use that one, of course, and then save yourself card. Then in the middle here, at 4 by 6, bit of black card.
Wow, yeah.
And then raise that one on foam pads. This one here, if we go in, and I'm going to use my tacky glue for this one, because we've got all these raised areas Do you know something? I honest to God, I declogged this whole lot yesterday.
It's the heat
Got
in the
all
studio.
the little bits out, but because of the studio, because we've had the heating on, so between the heating on, the lights on as well, it just clogs up. That's even with it just sitting in my pot. So I'm going to add my tape. Your tape will still work, don't worry. It's not as if your tape runner or your tapes won't work. It's just anything like a 3D folder or 2D folder. I tend to like a wet glue pen because then it soaks into all of the dips of the deboss.
Yeah.
So let's take that off here. And then if we frame that with our black, I mean, how awesome does that look?
Oh, yes.
Even if I do say so myself.
Awesome.
Awesome. And then let's go in with our stamping platform.
What's the measurement difference again? Because I was half listening, but I was half reading comments. Because I love it when you do these projects where you'll do like your 1/4 inch mat and layers on the outside, and then that main element, you've obviously. So what's the difference between the size of the floral to the size of the next one down?
That one.
Yeah. So because
It's coming over.
Because you've obviously you've gone down 1/4 inch, haven't you, on the outer ones?
Yeah.
And then what's the difference in size? Because I love the way it just like your eye just gets shrunk into the middle there. So what's the difference in size there then?
Oh, so that one then is 3/4 inch.
Right. Okay.
So it's 3/4 inch
Yeah.
all the way round. So it's basically 1.5 inch total. 3.25, 3.25 added on.
That thing looks so cool.
Yeah, and it also shows off the papers as well.
Yeah.
Shows it off really well.
Oh, it's toasty over here.
It is, yeah. That heater's been
radiator
on since
on.
this morning. I didn't put it on.
Oh, didn't you?
It was on for me this morning when I came in.
His PA comes in. He's got a rider, Craig. You've got to make sure it's got to be heated to 21 degrees, otherwise he doesn't do the show. Yeah.
Have the cup of tea ready and everything.
That's it. Can of Iron Brew and some white chocolate.
Oh, they've not done that this year. Terry's white chocolate orange.
They haven't done it.
Yeah, the blue one I think is just pure chocolate. Yeah.
Why have they not done it?
I don't know. There's very, very little Christmas white chocolate this year. There's the Toblerone's back, the caramel Toblerone's out this year, but yeah, just plain white chocolate, something a little bit different or fancy. There's nothing this year, which is a bit of a bummer, but
If there's any white chocolate, send it to Craig.
to me, yeah. Horndale Avenue, Crafter's Companion, Newton Aycliffe. Don't ask me the postcode because I still don't know.
I haven't started on anything Christmas yet. I've got to be honest. I'm just being very lax this year.
Yeah.
Producer Johnny says he's put his tree up. That went up on Sunday, didn't it, at your house? And did yours go up on Sunday, Craig, your tree?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Takes me 2 days. 2-day job for me. Although I only done the one tree this year.
Yeah, normally has 5.
No, I normally have 3. I am going to put a second one, but the second one is going to go outside. So I'm going to get a real tree. I didn't do it last year, so I'm going to do it this year. Get a
Can we do
real
like a
tree.
switch on for the neighbourhood or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Join the switch on ceremony. No one will turn up. Right, you see.
You might get Sarah around to do it.
Could you imagine, eh?
Do you know one of the funniest things I did when I was working in radio? Did I tell you I used to work in radio?
Did you?
Yeah, and one year, because we used to do all of like the switch-ons in like the town centres and stuff. One year we were like, I'll tell you what, we can come round, the breakfast team, to your house and do your own light switch on. And we thought, oh, nobody would do it. We went round to so many people's houses and turned their Christmas lights on for them.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You can turn mine on then.
There you go, so come round.
There you go.
We'll film
So you
it.
turn on. Yeah, 3,
2, 1.
There you go.
Yay.
You are magical. So that is then using the 3D folder. That was using fuchsia, honeypot, parakeet, crushed velvet. That could, of course, then fit onto a 5x7 card, but really easy to expand, of course. I know when Debbie done her craft along with the scrapbook page, she was showing how you can expand and make it bigger really, really easy, and that's how you use the papers. But isn't it amazing how much that little bit of a difference black cardstock can make?
Absolutely fantastic. The projects have been great. Loads of you saying how much you love this collection. Question coming about vellum again. And do you know what, Gillian? It's always worth answering this. I feel like we've chatted a lot about vellum this week. It's something which crops up again, but let's answer it again. Gillian Denton says, I struggle, Craig, with vellum in what to glue/tape is best to use with it. So let's talk about that again. Vellum, what do we use?
Any it's about how you hide it.
Yeah.
It's about how you hide it. So you can use whatever adhesive you want to attach the vellum. If you are attaching vellum maybe like in corners, I would, if you're going to use adhesive that you could potentially see, I would use a wet glue so that it dries flat and it dries near enough pretty much clear. You will probably still have an element of maybe a darker spot to where you've used that tacky glue. However, as we've shown quite a few times, it's about hiding it. So it's maybe just popping a topper on the front and then you're putting the adhesive on the back there of the vellum where it's been hidden by that topper or a die cut, whatever it is, and then that's the best way to do it. But if you're doing it that way, any adhesive, it's your preference.
Genesis says, love the colours, so pretty on that embossing folder. And Hannah says, Ben and Craig, I've been working on all my way through the card blanks that came in my boxes, but I've run out. I can't find 4x6 cards. A C6 the same?
Yes.
Roughly the same, isn't it? I think, isn't C6 slightly bigger? 4 and a 6x4?
No, I'm sure it's 4x6. I'm sure we're 4x6 and American C6, I think. I think it's the same. Sounds familiar.
C6. 4.5 by 6.4 inches. So, yeah.
So, oh, well, you're right.
Pretty much roughly the same.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. And also, Amanda's just said, Craig, there are loads of Christmas white chocolates from Hotel Chocolat. QVC also had a brilliant offer. How did he miss this?
Yes,
QVC had a brilliant offer for their Christmas special.
Yes, they did, but that was full of milk chocolate. There was only a few little white chocolates in there.
Oh. Amanda says, I'll admit I've already eaten the white reindeer. I just couldn't wait.
Yeah, I just couldn't wait. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of these really nice chocolate companies are that they'll do white chocolate, but they do them within a big box of milk and dark and that, where I don't like them.
Oh. You don't like milk chocolate at all?
No. No. I can eat it in maybe like a box of Celebrations or Roses or something with a little bit of milk chocolate around it. That I can stomach, but you know, just bars of white milk chocolate or chocolate cake or anything like that, no. Even for me, milk chocolate's bitter. Don't like the taste.
Craig, your demos are amazing, says Patty Layton.
Thank you.
And Michael says, love that card. You're the man, Craig.
Thank you.
And Cassidy says, I've ordered my collection this morning. My nieces are looking forward to having a craft day with it. I think they will have to be searched when I leave to make sure that everything is returned. Yes, make sure nothing gets taken. We are going to have a short break. I cannot believe we are into the last sort of half hour of the show. Quarter of the stock has gone, so you know what to do, folks. Check it out. There is the deal here. You're going to get your, it's gone. There's the deal, gone. Make sure you get your bonus buy bundle as well. And down here a minute ago, it said about like double points or something. So that is double points down there. Yeah, there's your bonus buy. There's there. And now it will go as I go and you go to the checkout.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning. Rest of the day. Savoury. Lunchtime. Craft a lot. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. My first, my last, my everything. Go at the table.
day-to-day looks like on a day when I'm working from home. Get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Welcome back, everybody. I've succumbed to the cosy jumper now. It's too cold. Just have the unicorn t-shirt on. I've also turned my radiator on because as much as Craig's PA turns his radiator on over that, so they never do that for me, so I have to plug my own one in. I wonder why it was so cold. But anyway, we are into the final 25 minutes of the show. Trying to save money over here. Crystal just says, I'm the same way, Craig. Has to be white chocolate. We're going to do one final demo, but we thought it would be a good time, actually, to have a look at some finished samples, because you did say, didn't you, we were going to show some more for the end of the show?
I did indeed, yeah. So these are some ones that we've not seen yet. So look at these, bringing in your nesting dyes as well, colouring. We're going to use the Edgeable dye in a moment. How lovely does that look on the edge of your card, your project? There's one with the rainbow. How cute is that one?
Cute, yeah.
Really, really cute, really, really simple. That's one that Nicole's done. Nicole had done that one as well. I think she's done a few of these. That's the same within that one there. So even if you're just adding on a little sentiment, start to do an ombre with your ink pads as well. Remember, you're not going to damage them by if you potentially cross-contaminate when it comes to the actual ink pads. You're going to be able to keep using them. You can then do your elongated cards if you want to. Go in with your golds and your drop shadows. There's another one with the rainbow. But using the vellums, that's a prime example. Using the vellums as a substitute to the pattern paper. Look at this one. So bringing in, as I was saying before, bringing in your template libraries as well.
Oh, that's really cool. I love that.
Your layout collection. How fab is that?
Yeah.
Really, really smart, that one there. Sandy's done that one. This one, I like this one as well. Little notelets.
Oh, that's super cute.
Little notelets.
That again is another great one to make and sell, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. It really, really is. There we've got a triple easel. So bringing in the vellum for the two side panels, the cardstock for the base panel, and then of course we've got that rainbow in the middle there, using the clouds as the stopper. We've got a cute little rainbow box that you can see. We've got twisted easels that you can see here. And actually, nothing, although it's got unicorn there, because of the papers, Ben, if you change the sentiments, nothing unicorn about it. And then there's the 3D folder going on a little bit lighter in the pastel tones to create a really nice little keepsake box. So
cute.
You've got all of them in there. So that is all of our samples being shown. So what we're going to do is let's do our final demo. And at the back of one this morning, while I was prepping this, let's hope I remember what I was going to do order-wise.
Oh.
So Let's go in, Ben, with a 6x6 card blank.
Yeah.
So I've got my 6x6 card blank. I'm going to take my scoreboard and we're going to score the first panel in half. So let's go in at the 3-inch and then we can then fold that back on itself. So that's our card that we've got. We're going to go in with the Edgeable die. So if I add the Edgeable die on here, and if I pop that little bit out, and then what I'm doing is I'm going to use the grids on my glass mat as a way to align. So I'm going to come close to the edge there, but I'm going to come so that I go to that nearest straight line all the way down. So that's the nearest line without me going off the edge. So I'm going to take my low tack tape and we're going to then tape that down.
Okay.
And of course, this edge is going to be waste, so I'm taping onto that side. So I'm going to go in there. I'm just going to go just at a slight little bit of an angle, and then I'm going to go frosted magnetic top plate. We're going to feed these through, but what I'm going to do, take use of that pause and reverse button. So once that's gone over the die, like so, I'm just going to pause it and then reverse it. I know, because there's a slight little thud just as it goes over that edge of the die. So then taking this one out and remove that one out the way. Like before, Ben, we're going to carefully, so we can take that edge off here, and then I'm going to carefully just prise that away, like so. And then what we've got here is we've got the edge of our unicorn.
Oh, perfect.
What I would then do, on the back, Ben, go over with your glue or your tape runner and stick that onto a bit of vellum. So just stick that one on and fussy cut around the sides.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to be left with. Don't worry about this, because I'm going to show you how to cover that in a moment. So that is the edge. That's us got our vellum. That could, of course, Ben, be your illusion film.
Oh, yeah, why not?
So you can use your illusion film.
Yeah.
So that's the start of our card blank. What we're then going to do, let's take another 6x6, but this is just a 6x6 card front. This isn't a card blank. This is just 6x6. Now, essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to do the same. So I do have pencil lines there, but let's just ignore them. Let's ignore them so you can see how I align up on my glass mat again. So again, I'm going to come close to the edge, and I'm going to come to the nearest line that I can use without my die going over the edge. So we're going to run this one through. So let's align up, and then we're going to tape that down, bring in our plates, bring in the rest of our plates, and I'm going to do the same. So we're going to let that go so far. You can't just let it go all the way, but because it's at the top, I'm just going to do pause, and then I'm going to do the reverse. Of course, you can be using these within your junior plates as well if you want to, and just put them in sideways. This also just gives you that additional extra cut, even although you don't really need it. And then let's prise that away, prise that away. Carefully take that out. So I'm just holding down with my finger, and then we have got the edge there of our card. But we're going to do the same again. Tacky glue, dotty tape runner, and bring one of your vellums and stick that over the top.
Yeah.
So what we are left with is this.
Okay.
So essentially, Ben, we've got two. That one is a card blank.
Yeah.
That one is just the card edge. So we've got them good to go. Now, how do we hide that?
Yeah.
Because that is going to go like that, Ben, but we're still going to see that, aren't we? Now, if you were to repeat what I'd done there a moment ago, to try and get that bang on right so that it fits straight over without, like, because if I do that there, like that, I'm matched up, but if I turn it around, I'm off the edge.
Oh, yes,
So
you
I'm
are.
not bang on. So what do? What we do is just take a 7 by 7, or I think this is 6.5 by 6.5, and I've come to the nearest edge again, and then I've cut my die. So essentially, this is now bigger than what I actually need. So let's trim that away, trim that one away. So let's take that flat panel to start with. So this one, I am going to use my dots. Well, actually, I'm going to use both. So if I turn this one around, and then I'm going to go into my flat panel here, and then we're going to add our tape on. And then, although we've got the vellum, what I'm doing is I'm just going to add the dots anyway. We're going to go round that edge. Just going to add that on. And then what we're going to do is probably be easier doing it this way. We're going to overlap straight over the top. So we've got it bang on. And then I'm just going to lightly press. I'm going to turn that around. Yep, so I'm bang on. So I'm going to press now. Now, Ben, I can trim this excess off.
Oh, okay.
So make sure your second layer is bigger. The size is irrelevant, Ben, as long as it's bigger than 6 by 6, so that what we can do afterwards is there's no guessing. If you cut that straight to 6 by 6, then die cut, you're going to have to get it bang on. We've now got that crisp, clean layer. So make sure your back layer is bigger for you to then just trim.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the same again here. I've got another one that I've cut into 6.5 by 6.5. So we're going to trim that off there. We're going to trim that off there. Let's bring this in, turn it over, add our adhesive of choice. And because I was thinking about it last night, and there was a sample that I'd taken inspiration from, but what had happened is to cover the workings, they only put a little bit of card so far, still covered the workings, but then you just seen that join of the card.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't really like that. I don't want to see a join. I want it to be neat. And then when I tried to do it onto 6 by 6, I couldn't get the die perfectly aligned after a die cut. So that's why I thought, well, if I do it bigger, that then means I can just trim afterwards. I'm going to be spot on. So we can then, again, just line up. Before I press fully to the commit, I'm just turning it around. Yep, I just need to then pull that down slightly. Press that one into place, like so. And then, I just used the other one, look at that. That was lucky. So let's trim that off. I'm going to go into here. And then I actually used the 6 by 6 one that I'd cut out, but hey, it still worked.
Have you chosen which card you're going to give away to our winner at the end?
I have not, no. Do you want to choose?
Oh, I don't know. Ooh.
Do you want to choose?
Which one do you like, Johnny? Oh, you like the ombre one on the embossing folder?
The ombre?
Yeah?
Shall we do that? Let's do that one then.
Big Pop says the ombre.
Let's do the ombre one then. So then if I pop my tape on the left-hand side panel, let's take that second one, and then I'm going to press that into place here.
Yeah.
And then we can then fold it over. Now, it's not always going to perfectly match that base one, but still, at least we've hid the workings. You've got no messy bits. I've used vellum, but of course that could be your
illusion film.
Illusion film.
Yeah.
And then all that we need to do here is let's add some mats and layers. So I've got 3 panels here. They're all the same. So the pattern paper is 2.5 by 5.5.
Yep.
And I've done 3 of them. So that one can go there. And then we can go, that one can go here. Add the tape on. And then all of these projects, you can do at home and add all your gems, add all your bling to them if you want to. I'm not. I'm going to leave that for you guys at home.
That's it.
You can do all that, add all the fancy ribbons and embellishments. But then let's pop that one into here, like so. And then last but by no means least, I've already stamped out "Be a Unicorn in a Field of Horses."
I love that sentiment.
It's a really nice one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a fun one, it's a quirky one, it's really on point. It's got a lot of meaning to it, but in a nice, fun way of saying it, isn't it? You know what, just be yourself.
It does take me back, as we discussed about 3 years ago, to when I used to take Daisy to a horse riding, and they used to have unicorn parties where selected horses would get chosen to dress up as unicorns.
That was some show,
That
wasn't
was
it?
some show.
There we go.
Hey.
So we've still got 6x6 card there, Ben, but we open it up, we've got it decorated, but more importantly, there is no messy bits, there's nothing that's hanging over the edge. We've got a clean way, and that's just by cutting into a bigger piece of cardstock, stick it on, and then trim afterwards. And then there's our fourth one.
I absolutely love that. Rosalind has just said some gems would be perfect for its eyes. I mean, you could use some gems if you wanted.
Of course you could.
No doubt a lot of you will have picked up the Touch of Sparkle collection, so you have plenty of gems and pearls to be playing with, so why not? This is the kind of collection, isn't it, that you're going to be getting all of those things out and using alongside it, like your Touch of Sparkles, like your Colour Trend collections, all of those things you'll be using alongside this collection. Well done, Maria Kay, who has ordered the Showstopper. Thank you, everyone, for all the comments that have come through. We do have a winner who we will announce in just a few moments' time, and we'll get Craig to sign the card. Do you want to just quickly see what you're going to get again? Very quickly, we'll show you everything. So, seen a lot of people commenting about the rainbow. All of these are included in the Showstopper, okay? There is an essentials collection as well, so if you just, I mean, I couldn't imagine why you would. If you just want the hardware and not the papers, you can just buy that, or you can buy individually. So this one is called Be Unique, Be You. So you've got that beautiful rainbow die. You've got the little added elements there as well, and so nice that these stamped elements, of course, you can just stamp into your rainbow should you wish. You've got things like Be Unique, Be You. When it rains, look for rainbows, and sending sunshine and rainbows. You brighten my cloudy days. As far as other sentiments are concerned in this set, this one here is called the Born to Be a Unicorn, where you've got unicorn die, and then you can create your own sentiment with that. So embrace your inner unicorn, sparkle like a unicorn, born to be a unicorn, and unicorn at heart. Then you've got your unicorn sentiments. Those are all in stamp form. So if you want to recreate Craig's card, it's that one there he just used. Be a unicorn in a field of horses. I believe in you. Happy birthday. Have a magical day. You are magical, and follow your dreams. There's that beautiful embossing folder, 3D of course, unicorn at heart. So that one in fact is included on the card that we're going to be giving away in just a few moments time. But it's stunning, isn't it? It looks great in the gold, but I love what Craig did with the inks, creating that beautiful ombre effect. Just so many things you can do with that folder. Then you've got your Embrace Your Inner Unicorn. So once again, if you want to recreate the last project, that's the die that you're going to be using, that beautiful Edgeable. So many different things that you can do. Obviously, Craig's used the paper in that last demo, but of course, the fact that you're getting the 2 rolls of your illusion film in here as well means that you're more than likely going to be using that alongside that particular die, because that is going to look amazing, isn't it, as part of the unicorn's mane. And then lastly, in your hardware, you've got the Stampin' Die. There is Power in Kindness, which is that beautiful unicorn which Craig coloured in at the start of the show. As far as your paper pads are concerned, again, let's show you these, because these are all included in the Showstopper. 24 double-sided sheets here. That's why I think the bonus buy is more relevant than ever, because you're going to want more than just 24 sheets. Double-sided, pearlescent papers as well. Look at the sheen as that catches the light. That's the effect that you're going to be able to achieve when you get yours home. And of course, all of this beautiful foliage, all the florals in here. So if you are just looking for a really beautiful floral pad with that beautiful pearlescent sheen, you've got plenty of sort of non-unicorn pages in here if you like. Just beautiful florals. The reverse of each of every one of those is just a little bit more muted, a little bit more stripped back, but then we get into the main character of the collection, that beautiful Majestic unicorn, who you get in various sort of poses and various designs. And as we said, this has been designed in such a way that you can snip this into four equal 6x6 portions to create card blanks that way should you wish. So again, beautiful florals, stunning colours, and all of these beautiful different unicorns, as I say, in various poses. Yes, make your bigger projects, make your home decor pieces, scrapbook with this, but if you do want to make smaller projects, of course, you can snip into it. And again, you can see just on the reverse there, you've just got the background of the A side, if you like, the A side, you get the background on the reverse. 24 sheets in there, plus you're getting your 6x6 pad, and again, this is different to the 12x12 this time around. A lot of the time we bring you pads where we just shrink down the 12x12. Not the case here. You're getting 24 single-sided sheets, and it is all of these beautiful unicorns. You've got 12 designs in there, 2 of each, but look at the artwork. It's stunning. And I know I've said this a couple of times already today. I mean, literally, you could tear that out of the pad, a bit of matting and layering, pop it onto the front of a card, add a sentiment, maybe add some of your gems on there, and all of a sudden you've got an absolutely stunning project. Think about home decor pieces as well. You know, if you want to go down that line, as Craig sort of touched on earlier on, just buy a inexpensive frame, pop your picture in, and there you go. You've theoretically made something, so you could buy frames, pop these in and sell. It's entirely over to you. But again, if you've got kids of a certain age, maybe the grandkids, the kids love all things sort of fantasy, love their fairies and their unicorns. What's to stop you from putting these into frames and popping them around their bedroom to redecorate it? 24 double-sided sheets in there. Running out of time here. You're going to get all of your beautiful vellum included in there as well. That vellum replicates the designs that you've got in your 12x12. You're going to get 8 different designs in there, 4 sheets of each, giving you your 24. And of course, we give you your linen cardstock too, and no surprise, as we always do, the linen cardstock colours match up perfectly with all of the colours that you're going to be getting within your 12x12 and 6x6 pads. So you're not going to have to go searching around your craft room to find the colour that matches, because we've done all of that hard work for you. That is your Showstopper. It's £64 or $92 if you're platinum. Basically, today's price, £80, $115. You're saving £20, you're saving $20. Then you're going to get your discount off that as well. Then you're going to get your double points. And as the majority of you have done, Showstopper purchases, buy the Showstopper and then add in the paper bundle, bottom of the screen just there. You'll get that for half price when you have it in the same basket as your Showstopper. Bring it down to, I think it was £16, wasn't it, or $24. So absolutely worth doing that. The winner in this show, thank you to everyone for all of the comments. It's been a lovely show, very inspirational, lots of positivity coming through. And the winner in this show, I did have it a minute ago, now I cannot find it. It is, oh it is. The winner is Gillian Denton. Congratulations to you, Gillian.
Fabulous.
CTV prizes at crafterscompanion.co.uk. We're going to get this card out to you, and here we go. A live signing to Gillian. Happy crafting. Lots of love. Show me a signature. There you go. Craig, well done, Gillian. Thank you for a fantastic show.
Thank you very much.
Craft Vault tonight will be a bit different to this. It's going to be fast and furious for an hour, isn't it?
It is. Our Craft Vault, exactly as Ben said, fast, furious. Make sure you are taking advantage, of course, of the points as well as the deals within Craft Vault. Yep.
1 hour. Stack full of deals. You'll need to be here to see those deals, so please make sure you join us. And we have a giveaway in that show as well, as we celebrate another random national day, which has just skipped my mind. It's something like National Peanut Fudge Day or something. I don't know. We've got a prize to give away anyway. All you'll have to do is comment away in that show, as you've already done. Thank you, Diane. He says, what a great show. This has been one of the most enjoyable shows. It's put me in a happy place, says Pat. What a lovely way to start the day. Thank you, Ben, Craig, and the wonderful staff. Karen says, so pretty, I'm caving. Might have to get the whole collection. If you like Karen, check out right now. The show is done. We'll see you live at 5. Until then, enjoy your unicorns.
Toodles.